What's up YouTube? Drew here, and we're doing something a little bit different today. So if you are subscribed to this channel because of your either ownership or love for second gen Prius, and you found my videos helpful over the years on how to keep them going, I appreciate you, and I think you're gonna love this. So the third gen Prius, of course, they have their quirks. We know they're not as good as the second gen, but they're awesome. The fourth gen have proven to be absolutely incredible, and be sure to subscribe right now. I have a video coming. My wife Jade and I actually tested one on a 1,000-mile road trip and have a lot to say about it. All good things, mostly some bad things too. But what I want to talk to you guys about is, what if you've just outgrown the Prius? So I have 4 children, and I've said many times I would own a second gen if I could stick 4 car seats in the thing. Well, this is a first generation Highlander Hybrid, and I equate it 100% equate it to the quality and the reliability of a second gen Prius, and I'm going to show you why. So Toyota, it has been said that, and by the way, it's going to the shop to get this dealt with. There's the new one in the back. Akio Toyota, I believe, was in control at the time when it was said by him, or by whomever was in control, if it wasn't him, that any Toyota designed after the year 2003, which, as we know, the second generation Prius was designed before that, but any Toyota designed after that, not manufactured, but designed after that, was on the downward slope of their quality. That includes my own personal Tundra right there, unfortunately. But like you see that 9th gen Corolla, bulletproof. The one that replaced it, the 2009 in the United States, not so much. Head gaskets and other issues. So in here, you will find, in ways, it's a lot more reliable. I don't want to say better built, but easier to own than a Prius. One of the biggest things that'll kill a second generation Prius, as you know, is the brake booster, which is there on a Prius and impossible to work on. Bam! This one literally sits right there. It uses a kind of a regular battery, which makes it a little bit cheaper. But the reason I opened the hood is to show you this. That is the absolutely legendary MZ V6. Now, there was some hype when those came out. I think it was 1994, definitely 1995, 1994. It was the first engine in the world to be OBD2 compliant. As a matter of fact, it came to the United States as a 1MZ 3-liter and a 3MZ 3.3-liter. Just over there, on the other side of the airport hangar, I actually have a 2MZ, which did not come to the United States. I bought the car in Japan and shipped it here. It's a 2.5 liter. Be sure to subscribe to that. But when these engines came out, they got a reputation for sludge. To be candid with you guys, if people were changing their oil when they should be and monitoring how they use their vehicle, they didn't have a sludge issue. The United States has a problem with car maintenance, which is a whole nother socioeconomic topic, and I can recommend another channel I'll be launching about said topic. But so anyways, not to get too far off track, we have the tried and true, and this is the same hybrid technology that's in a second gen, the tried and true hybrid technology and a bulletproof, silky smooth V6 engine. So that's just kind of where it begins. And as you saw under the engine bay, it's absurdly easy to work on. Now, this is an all-wheel drive Highlander. It has, you'll have to please excuse me, this is not the dealership's channel of for sale vehicles. It is this channel where I teach you guys how to fix them. If you want to see it for sale, check a link in the description and I'll show you. But this is the headrest for a 3rd row. Now, unfortunately, unlike new Highlanders, it doesn't have bucket seats in the back. So your kiddos, your older kids, because it's easier for them, will have to move this. So like we have at the time of filming, 9.5, 7.5, about to be 5 and just turned 3. Somebody with either a small booster seat or no booster seat has to sit here and be able to move the seat out of the way for another kid, 2 kids that can self-buckle in the back, so you're not climbing in the 3rd row. Not to dive all over the place again, but the newer ones of these cars are not as good. Again, they're after the golden age of Toyota. They don't have the MZ engine, but they do have, and I still absolutely recommend them. I wish Jade, my wife, would want to drive one instead of our Suburban, they have bucket seats in the middle, captain's chairs, and the kiddos can just, I'm actually driving a 2012 Highlander right now, and my kids can just walk to the third row and get in. But point is, you know, if you're a diehard second gen lover and you've always wished that you could fit your big family in one, here's your answer. That's a third row. There's not much space behind the third row, but look, there's a roof rack. You can do that. But anyways, the reliability and the awesomeness of these doesn't stop with what I showed you. It's four-wheel drive. What's I? Well, one of the massively expensive things, even in the best Toyotas, is their all-wheel drive system if something goes bad. The RAV4s, like 2006 and newer Siennas of that era, they have what's called a viscous coupler. So the drive shaft is always spinning and the rear gears are always spinning, and there is a fluid coupling in between them that when applied 12 volts to gets rock hard and allows that to be a solid connection. When there's no voltage there, it's not a solid connection. Well, they have this giant bearing, which, by the way, folks, you can actually find that bearing, a part number for an identical bearing at Chevy for like 40 bucks. If you could fix the rear differential yourself. But, you know, dealing with a drive shaft, the drive shafts for these are like $2,000. Well, guess what, guys? Four-wheel drive it has an electric rear differential. So it does not have, not sure if I'm showing you there you go, there's a good shot. It does not have a drive shaft. The tunnel where the drive shaft would be is where high voltage electric cables are. So you've got the convenience of four-wheel drive without virtually none of the maintenance costs. I mean, maybe a rear axle, but they typically don't go bad. So, and you can even see it here, the rear electric motor. This should be really familiar. If you cover that up, this is essentially a Prius screen. Everything in this, it's all like severely dated. The first thing you would want to do is get a Bluetooth transmitter, you know, unless you want to go through the pain of trying to change out the stereo. But I mean, when if you're a second gen owner looking for something bigger, you're already used to horribly outdated. It's got power seats with height adjustment. They're heated leather seats. It's got, you know, heat for the rear passenger. They have control over it. Killer sound systems. This one has a moonroof. Just an absolutely ridiculously wonderful car, and its DNA is exactly the same as the second gen. So the purpose of this video is to show you Prius fans there is an option for something a little bit bigger. I love this thing. I'm probably going to clean it up and use it as my own. I just don't like how hard the you know, that third row is to get to, but I'm not owning it, just using it for a while. If I was going to own a Highlander Hybrid, sadly, I'd give up some of the reliability and bulletproofness of this generation, which again, even though it's the first gen Highlander Hybrid, it's the same as the second gen Prius, you know, on paper, as much as it can be, obviously. You know, I would go with one that has the captain's chairs, just because kids, you know, they're people too. They shouldn't have to work, you know, hard to get in and out of the car. You know, which is why we got a Suburban, because it's got an absurd amount of room, and they're all very comfortable. They have space, and their seats are easy to get in and out of. So, you know, I'm sure if they can drive themselves, they would, but they can't. So anyways, I'm Drew. I hope this video was informative. If you guys, again, if you're Prius fans, if you have enjoyed these videos and you're subscribed already, thank you so much. Love you guys. This channel would not be what it is without you. And if you are not subscribed and Toyota hybrid technology fascinates you or intimidates you, or you've got something broken, just go ahead and subscribe right now and flip through the videos. I will absolutely put those links in the description. Some of the stuff I said will be in the description isn't edited or uploaded yet, so it might be a while. Another good reason to subscribe so you can check back. And at the very end of the description, I will put some links to some of our huge videos that explain like misfires and morning death rattles and things like that. And I even have a video I'll link that, you know, if you have like $5,000 in your hand and you're looking for the absolute best value for your money, I don't believe it's a second gen anymore. I believe that if you are on an extreme budget, the best car you can get for your money is actually that Corolla, which is a whole nother topic altogether and a whole nother reason to subscribe. So I'm Drew. I hope you are as excited about this awesome SUV, this kind of forgotten, off to the side, it's certainly not famous SUV as I am. Definitely, again, subscribe if you want to see its transformation. Check frequently in the description for its for sale ad, which is on a different channel you could subscribe to if you want and see all these cars finished. And hey, listen, we'll see you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye.